audio is properly audible.
Yes, the screen is visible and voice is also very loud and clear. Welcome. Over to you.
Thank you. Namaste, dear participants. Welcome to this evening session of the eSIP program, which we regularly conduct on every Wednesdays from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. This is the part of the student development program, the extended version of it, where we call it as a follow-up session. Basically intended for the students, but again, it's useful for the faculty who are taking sessions on the SIP content for the students. Right. So in the last week, we have completed one round of the eSIP program, the complete process through all these sessions we have completed. And today we are going to start the next iteration, the next process of going through the complete content of SIP. So as mentioned, this might be useful for the students who have already undergone the student development program, the part-time student development program, which we used to conduct in the evenings, or else the students who have undergone this content as part of the SIP program, the induction program, when they join the colleges, and definitely might be useful for the faculty who are taking this content to the students to refresh the content, probably to share their explorations, share their experiences, to deepen the explorations with regard to the content. So that's the objective of this whole process. Very nice. So as a ground, I would say that you are free to stop me at any point of time, ask questions, and for that you can raise your hand, or to many of you, some of your mic has been provided. So feel free, as if sitting around the dining table at your home, having an interaction with your family members or your best teachers around you. So with that feeling, we can interact, we can share, we can ask questions, we can clear the clarifications and doubts regarding the content. So that's the background of the process, which will be continuing till the completion of all the sessions. Right. So every Wednesday from 7:30 to 8:30, we will have this UHV content, and every Friday from 7:30 to 8:30, we will have the holistic health content also. Right. And we also have the chat box for interactions. So you can always use the chat box also for interaction. So that's also possible. Many of you might be knowing all these things, but just as a beginning, I'm just putting it as an introduction. Very nice. So the first part of the session 1, is about welcome and introduction. There is not much to be covered here. This is about getting to know each other. So when we conduct the SIP program for the students, the context is that the students might have just joined the institutions. They might have come from various backgrounds. They might have come from various situations, various family situations, family financial situations, and now joined in an institution. And probably for the next 4 years, students will be there interacting with each other and their faculty and getting to know each other, right? The feeling of relationship. If you are able to do the interactions, it may be more fruitful. And at the end of 4 years, when you are going out of the institution, we can have a value-based engineer, right? Not only just an engineer who is having the technicalities and what we call the nuances and of the technicality of the engineering science, but again, knowing what to do, right, with the technology. So the how to do is about the skill part, and also having the understanding of what to do with the skill in hand. And this is important in the current scenario because our education systems are mostly focused on the how to do part, like, right, like how to acquire the skills, how to get a job. And most of us may not be very clear about why I want a job. Mostly we have assumptions, unverified assumptions, that once we complete the course and when we get a job, it is basically having the opportunity to earn more, and we may not be clear about what is this money being used for, what can be this money used for, right? So many assumptions might be there, right? When we have more physical facility using the money, then probably we might have the assumption that we might be happy. So all these things might be there, right? So in this context is what we are trying to have a discussion on the what to do part, the value part also, along with the skill part, right? So as part of the introduction, let me introduce myself. My name is Deepesh, and currently I am from Kottayam district in Kerala. Educational background is Masters in Computer Science and Engineering. Currently, I'm working as a regional coordinator for the Southwestern region as for the NCCIP AICTE. And I was a faculty in one of the engineering colleges in Kerala. A few years back, I've taken a break from my institute. And currently, most of my time is being spent in the various volunteering activities of universal human values. Regarding the family background, my parents are no more now. My mother expired 2 years back. My father I lost at a very young age while I was studying in my +2. And I have 3 siblings. All are sisters. All of them are married and settled. My spouse and children. My spouse and me and my spouse stay together. She is also a teacher in one of the engineering colleges in Kerala. I have only one child. She is also doing her engineering. She's doing her BTech in final year. So the next part is about an incident where I would be understood that I am able to connect and which has enabled me to volunteer and to facilitate the UHV section as a co-explorer. So there are many incidents. Probably one thing, if I am able to share, is that I was in search of some lacking within me. I mean, I was having some lacking within me, which was creating some disharmony, even though I had all the physical facilities which are needed. And something was still missing. And then at some point of time, my wife happened to attend this course, the Universal Human Values Faculty Development Program. And she started sharing this content to me. So I explored it, but initially there was some kind of contradictions within me to accept the content. Then again, when I started my first work, attending my first workshop 2 years back. So that was one turning point in my life, which made me initially feel that this is something which I'm searching for. And this is something which can offer you continuity of happiness and prosperity. So from that point, I into a lot of volunteering activities with regard to the UHV. And now I am part of the various activities, projects of Universal Human Values, which include the sharing, which I'm rightly doing right now. And I have the opportunity to share the content with the faculty in the online, national level online FDPs happening in the English language in the introductory workshop as well as the UHV2 workshops. And I also have opportunities to share the content in face-to-face workshop. Even we have traveled in Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and even Andhra Pradesh, being part of some of the other face-to-face workshops. So this is my background. What we are expecting is that if at least few of you are able to do the similar introduction from your side. For the faculty team who are present here, what is expected is that you can ask your students, at least few of your students, to introduce themselves with this slide in the background. So it would be nice if at least, let's say, one of you is able to do an introduction. That would be nice to start with. Anybody? The floor is open to you. Yeah. Okay. Neha ji has raised her hand. Mic is there, Neha ji. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Myself,
Namaste.
Neha. Namaste, sir. Myself, Neha from Bangalore. I'm studying in MITS College, which is located in Madanpalli, Andhra Pradesh. I am a BTech student from CSC branch, first year. So my family background, my father stays in Hyderabad and my mom stay in Bangalore. I have a elder sister. She is studying in 8th standard. It's been 1.5 weeks. I have been attending this session in my college. I have learned that what is the difference between happiness and excitement. So usually I was thinking everything was happiness, but later I realized that some are excitement and some are happiness. Later I built my self-confidence through this session. and I got to know what is the difference between trust, gratitude, and glory. Um, and later, I have been having some anger issues. Easily, I'll get the anger issues, but later I realized through this session that we have to be calm in every situation. Like we have to understand the opposite feeling also. Um, Thank you for this opportunity, sir.
Very nice, Nehaji. Very nice to listen to your introduction, and nice to know you. And very nice, and thank you for the sharing. And
Thank you.
which year are you?
First year, sir.
First year. Just joined only, right?
So just joined just 15 days back. I've been attend this session, so I was interested more to learn regarding this. So I had a link today evening from our college, MITS college. So I just joined the session, sir.
Very nice.
Thank
Very
you, sir.
nice. So let's together keep exploring the content, Nehaji.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Very
sir.
nice. Thank you. Right. Anybody else would like to introduce themselves who are present here? Yeah. Okay. So not a problem. We have plenty of time and also for introducing each one of us. Right. Very nice. Okay. So let's go ahead a little bit more. So this is about the introduction of the students, and this is a home assignment. Basically, in the home assignment, we are requesting the students to list their aspirations, expectations, and achievements, and any concerns which they are having in a kind of table, which is as shown in the in the slide. And during the SIP program, the students are expected to have a UHV 1 notebook where they can use it as a journal for noting down their explorations and the assignments. And this may be helpful for them throughout their the stay in their college, and probably sometimes it may help them even after their college life. So when we write your aspirations, it could be anything which you aspire or expect right now. Maybe you wanted to become an engineer, or you wanted to become a scientist, or you wanted to visit a country, you want to create a product, right? You want to help somebody, it could be anything. This could be just few examples I'm just pointing so that you may be able to write it as an aspirational expectation. And similarly, you can list down your achievements in your life as of now, that probably you might have scored a good mark in your entrance examination. Probably in your +2 and the 10th standard, you have got a good score. Or you might have had a, what you call, a become a topper, or a, what you call, came first in some competition, in sports competition or arts competition, maybe in elocution competition or something like that, painting, cycling, swimming, anything like that, right? Or it could be that you was in a leadership role in maybe in the National Service Scheme or NCC or some similar context. So I'm just pointing to some of the achievements which you can list down. And if you look at the concerns, it could be some of your fears, maybe some of you might have the fear in speaking in public, right? And some of you even might have fear to walk in the dark, isn't it? So maybe there may be many fears. Sometimes you might have some confusions that like whether I should really go into this course or should I be taking my course on something like a photography, which is my passion, something like that. Some confusions which are happening within me, or it could be some questions from within, like who am I? Isn't it? That's a nice question to reflect upon. Right. So all those things you can write down. And one good thing is that, see, when you write down this in the notebook and you can revisit at the end of 4 years, what are my aspirations, expectations, achievements, and concerns? How much of these aspirations I was able to fulfill? What all things I could add into my achievements list? And how much of my concerns have been resolved? So it would be nice to evaluate yourself after 4 years. And it would be so nice to see this book after 10 years, isn't it? So that's possible. And you won't be able to imagine the kind of transformation which might be happening in your life, maybe in a period of 10 years. Because right now, when you join an educational institution, especially an engineering college, just like Nehaji has joined right now, she is like coming just out of the +2 course, right? A little girl. And after 4 years, when she is coming out of the institution, she or he is expected to be an engineer. And engineers are supposed to be people problem solvers, right? And when they get a placement at the end of 4 years, they might be placed in situations where they have to take very crucial decisions in life. So that transformation in terms of skills is expected out of a student who is going through that engineering course of 4 years. And the kind of learnings they are going through over this 4 year period of time is enormous in terms of personal development also. Skill development along with the personal development, isn't it? And the number of people with whom we are going to interact in this 4 years, and the kind of situations through which each one of us will be going through is really remarkable, right? I have seen students who were not that good in their studies until +1, +2 have performed very well when they came to the engineering institutions. And one remarkable change, what we observe is that till 12th, mostly we were being confined to some part of the syllabus, right? And there is a prescribed textbook also for that. And when you are evaluated, the evaluation is mostly within the content what is being provided in the textbook, right? But when it comes to the engineering, the scenario might have changed. The teaching style of the teacher has been changed. The teacher as such, what you perceive till now might change. And then the evaluation systems are different. And the kind of peers and peer pressure and learning together, working together, collaborating together, competing together, all these things happens. And right now, as a human being, it is the growing age where a lot of personality developments are happening. So very crucial period in any human being's life. Isn't it? So definitely when we go through that, there will be a lot of concerns, confusions, and questions. And it's about how confident we are able to evaluate ourselves and come out with resolutions within me. Right? The questions, the confusions are within me, and the resolutions are also within me. And when we are able to have the values, like what we are talking about right now, at this age, it is going to place you in a very, what you call, very positive space of seeing things, seeing events, seeing the world, a better world perspective, world view might be having in terms of students. And what we are expecting is that when you are being placed after the 4 years into some respectable positions, you have this skills on your right hand and you have the values in your left hand. Right? So that in every interaction with other human beings, in every interaction with your family members, in every interaction with your colleagues, in every interaction with your subordinates, with every interactions with your boss, every interactions with your clients, right, will be mutually fulfilling. Isn't it? Unfortunately, what we observe right now is that because of some assumptions, unverified assumptions, we are having skills but not values. And because of that, the students who is coming out of the engineering institutions, they are not able to have the right feelings with others in a holistic perspective, at the level of family, at the level of workplace, at the level of the public domain, the clients, all those things, right? And within also. So because of that, we can see so much of disharmony within the individual and getting reflected in all his interactions outside. Okay, so that is the context where we are trying to put this content to the students. Isn't it? So very nice. So let's go a little bit ahead. So the session 2 is about exploring our aspirations and concerns. So regarding session 1 and what we have discussed so far, if any of you is having any questions or sharings, we would be happy to take it. Yes. Is there anyone who would like to share anything with regard to what we have discussed so far? Right. So you can use the chat box also for giving your reflections. So I'm assuming that at this point, you don't have any reflections to be shared. So let me go into the session 2, where we are talking about the exploring our aspirations and concerns. Right. So in the previous session, you were expected to make a list of aspirations, achievements, and concerns. Right. And it would be nice if you have the list in front of you before going to further discussion. But then again, this is not a full-fledged SIP program. This is more or less a follow-up session. So we are assuming that you have already gone once through the content part. So probably you might have written the aspirations and expectations, achievements, and concerns once. Now with that, now let's try to proceed a little bit more forward. So if you look at the effort, what we are trying to make, we are making, we can see that we are all making tremendous effort, right? So in some way, so being an engineering student right now, you might have spent considerable amount of time and you might have put tremendous effort in going through some kind of the entrance examinations, the criteria to get entry into the institution which you belong to right now. Isn't it? And probably many of you might be knowing that the effort and the time management skills, the skills which you learn while you are doing the preparation for the entrance examination might be some of the best effort you have ever put till now. Is that true? And Vinod Gupta ji's mic is unmute, where you want to say something. Okay, maybe by mistake. So, and many times we see that once the students come to the engineering colleges, engineering institution, then mostly what we see is that they don't put that much of effort after joining the institution. So much of effort and focus have been put while going through the preparation of the entrance examinations. Great learning time, right? So now at this point, are you able to reflect that your effort which you are putting, is it to fulfill your aspiration or to resolve your concerns, confusions, questions, or for something else? Where is the effort right now which you are putting to? So can I have some reflections? Use the chat also. If you're able to unmute and speak, that is also fine. Even the teachers also can speak. What do you think? Where is the effort right now? Is it to fulfill the aspirations? Or is it to resolve the concerns, confusions, and questions? Or is it for something else which is not mentioned here? Any reflections on this? Fulfilled aspiration. That's what I'm getting from Nehaj. Very nice. Thank you. Yes. So basically what we are trying to see is that we are putting our effort for fulfilling our aspirations. And maybe some of our effort might be to resolve concerns, confusions also, right? And it could be like maybe something else also. For example, right now, most of my time is being spent in the cellular phone, in the mobile phone. It can be a possibility also, isn't it? Probably some of the teachers might be able to reflect that their students, if they are able to refer, they can see some of our students being diverted like this also. So that is also possible, right? Another possibility is that some of our students might be carried away in the friendship circle, right? New friends. So carried to the friendship circle, enjoying the freedom, what we have not got till now, because right now we are staying in the hostel. Right? And the phone is there, probably if the vehicle is there, the freedom is there, and if sufficient support in terms of finance is also there, it would be very easy to be carried away totally from all your aspirations away, isn't it? So that's also possible. So here, it would be nice if you are able to make a list of all the effort that you are making right now. So you can think of the last 1 week, how much of time you have put into the activities in terms of aspirations, in terms of resolving your concerns, or maybe something else like the time wasters, the enjoyment, the entertainment you had, right? So that would be nice to reflect upon. Devi Prasanna ji's mic is unmute. Priya, you want to share something?
Veya, namaste everybody.
Ji, namaste, Veya.
I am teaching psychology in High Tech Medical College, Bhubaneswar.
Ji.
For the first time, I have joined today, and I want to tell my student friends that they may go for a list of aspirations and their concerns also, and they are facing some confusion or something in their life. So it is required that they must resolve it. Otherwise, they will be suffering from the stress and all those things, and it may hamper their study. So therefore, it is required and it is high time to address those issues if it is there. And then let us see that suppose a student is there and continuing, and he wants to get good grade in the examination, and then of course good placement. But after all, let us see that how much peace I can get out of it, or there is something else. After getting a good job and earning money, there may be some problems in the family, there may be some problems in the society. So without addressing those problems, can one be peaceful? So let us ask this question to them, so that uh, they will be thinking in a right way. So that's what I wanted to communicate. Thank you. Thank you.
Ji. Thank you, David Prasanna Mishraji, for your reflections here. And since you are a faculty in the psychology background, probably you might be like addressing many of the psychological issues. Maybe you are acquainted with many of the psychological issues through which the student might be going through.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good that if the students are able to reflect upon some of their concerns and confusions which they have at the very early stage. But then again, they should be guided sometimes to have the clarity of the understanding also.
Yes.
So this effort of universal human values to conduct these SIP programs and other value-based programs, the whole idea is to help the students to resolve many of the issues what they are having at the very early stage itself, so that when they come out of the institution, they are within harmony and happiness. Something.
Exactly.
So very nice. Right. Very nice. So any of our students, friends, to share anything with regard to this, the effort part. And if you have anything to reflect upon, you can share. And if you look at, so if at all you have a list of the effort you are making, it would be nice to note down why you are making that effort. So, and what is your basic aspirations? So you might have listed down a list, you have probably have a long list of aspiration on the table. So it would be nice to see what is your basic aspiration among the whole list of aspirations. Am I able to identify that this is my basic aspiration from the whole list of aspirations? For example, I'm studying hard, so that is my effort right now, so that I get a degree. So why I'm studying? Because I want to get a degree. So that, so what is that when I get a degree, what you are expecting to do? G. Naresh Ji, you are unmuted. Want to share something?
It is by mistake, sir.
Yeah, okay, no problem, Naresh Ji. Yeah. So I could reflect that I am working diligently to earn a respectable living. So that is what I am working so hard. So if I'm able to earn a respectable living, what is that I am aiming at, right? So when I'm having a respectable living, is that end of it, or am I doing something to have a respectable living so that I can have something else? Are you able to see something like that? Right. Basically, what we are trying to explore here is that the current effort, where is it leading me to the end? That's what we are trying to explore here. Right? Very nice. So my present effort might be thinking, doing something, maybe studying, maybe going for tuitions, maybe taking online sessions in the sense like online, what do you call it, courses from some of the online platforms, right? Or maybe trying to understand things. All these things could be there as part of my present effort. And it can vary between individual and individual, right? It could be like I'm spending more effort. Maybe I have come to the college as part of my pressure from my parents, but I have another secret aspiration within me, which I wanted to pursue, and I'm putting a lot of effort to that. That is also possible, isn't it? So what is that present effort? So as I pointed to, like there was somebody who was very fond of cricket, and then the parents asked them to study, and while doing their education, they were trying to balance the formal education part, and along with that, their interest in cricket. And if you remember, there was one cricketer who became a Indian player like that after his education, right? So that's also possible. So what is the present effort in terms of thinking, doing something, and what is it leading to? So when I'm putting this effort, am I expecting to become something? Isn't it? So if I am trying to study my first year engineering courses, what is that I'm expecting to become once I complete my studies? So probably a list may be something like this. So I'm studying to become an engineer. I'm doing my internship to become a doctor. I'm practicing to become a farmer. I am attending a coaching course to become an IS officer. I'm doing articleship to become a lawyer or a CA, chartered accountant. I'm doing my MBA to become a businessman. I'm doing research to become a scientist. I'm doing painting to become an artist. So if you look at the whole collection of the students, some of you might be studying to become an engineer, and this might be the most, what we call, the largest number of people in our scenario, because we are addressing engineers right now, engineering students right. So if we are addressing the whole set of students, some of them might be doing internship to become the doctor, farmer. Some of them might have the aspiration to become IAS officer, businessman, scientist, artist, etc. Right. So the effort is what we are putting here, the doing part. And on the right side, the output of the doing to become something, isn't it? And this is very clear in many of our cases. All right. Any reflections or sharings with respect to this? Ji, Rishra ji, you have unmuted. You want to share something? Or was it by mistake, Rishra ji? I just saw your mic. Okay, maybe by mistake. Yeah. Jivaya, you want to add something?
Thanks, Adu. I'm listening you. Thanks.
Okay, fine. Right. Now, we have identified our present effort, like studying, doing internship, practicing, etc., to become engineer, doctor, farmer, and all those things. And if I think or explore on what to expect or to get or to do something when I become an engineer, what is that I'm expecting to get, or what is that I'm expecting to do when I become an engineer? So nice question to reflect upon, isn't it? So when I have become an engineer, I will get an engineering degree, then I get a job on engineering, career in engineering, a profession in engineering. And when I work, I get money in return for my service or my work, isn't it? So my expectation of becoming an engineer might be to get money. Are you able to see this? Isn't it? Or it could be to earn name. I wanted to become an IAS officer because of the fame which is it offering, the popularity, the celebrity status which it is giving. That can be one reason, because of which I wanted to become an IAS officer. Right? I want to become an artist for fame. Right? I might become a scientist to do innovation. Right? I wanted to become an engineer so that I have the sufficient money to take care of my parents as my responsibility. So that may be one of my reason for which I'm expecting to after becoming an engineer. So that's also possible, right? Or it could be like, I want to make my family or my nation proud. That may be another reason why I wanted to become an engineer, doctor. So previously in our society, there was a preconditioning that the doctor profession is one of the respectable position in the, even now it might be there in the society. So many of the parents aspire to make their children to be doctors because of the respectable position in the society. Right? So that can be there. It could be to gain expertise in area of your choice. That also might be a reason. Earn your living well. So I just wanted to earn for a living. That may be another reason why I wanted to become an engineer. And it might be combinations of these also. Or it could be to live with self-respect, get power in society, right? Earn respect from others, get satisfaction, and so on. So basically, when we want to become something like engineer, doctor, farmer, IAS officer, etc., we are expecting to get something in this table or out of becoming this engineer, doctor, farmer, etc. So this is what I'm trying to put forth here. Right. And it would be nice if I'm getting the money, what is that I'm expect to be? I'm getting money. I'm getting fame. I'm able to take care of my parents. What is that I'm expecting to be? So can someone throw some light on this? What is that you are expecting to be based on what you are getting? Any sharings on that? You can put in the chat box also. What do you think? Any reflections? It would be nice if you can put at least one or two reflections in the chat box. So when you say you wanted to get money, what is that you are expecting to be? Vijay is saying to be happy. Very nice. Thank you for sharing. Okay. So is it that we wanted to be happy and prosperous by, that's what the expectation after getting the money, fame, name, all these things. Isn't it? Are you able to see this? Any reflections on this? Are you able to see that it is basically intending to be happy and prosperous? Is there something beyond what you are aiming after being happy and prosperous? So that is also one more question to be reflected. Nekhaji, you wanted to share something? Peaceful life. That's what Nekhaji is saying. Very nice. Yeah. So can we put this peaceful life as an outcome when you are happy and prosperous? Is that possible? So when you are happy and prosperous, you are at peace. Very nice. She's saying, yes, sir. Very nice. Any more reflections? Anybody have got a different thing to be said here, shared here? That, no, sir, I'm expecting to be something which is not happy and prosperous, ultimately. Adarshji, you want to share something? You want to add something on that? Okay. Nice. Okay, time is now 8:29. So we may stop at this point here and we'll continue our exploration on next Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for joining today. Thank you for your exploration. Ji, I say thank you. Thank you, Neha, for joining. And your comments also. Very nice. So, namaste to all. Good night. Over to you, Parishit Bhaiya.
Ji, thank you, Dipesh Bhaiya, for this healthy exploration, informative session. We certainly like to have more and more such discussion and exploration. We will meet again next Wednesday, same time.